I had a booklet somewhere and then. Hmm. All right, so let's start talking about point A. Point A and B, possessions and sensory experiences. Let's do an experiment together. I want you to take a piece of paper. This can be in your meditation journal or elsewhere, and divide the page into two columns. The first column, write your likes, and the second, write your dislikes. Your list could have likes that include luxury car, nice espresso, vacations, hot yoga, time with family, and so on. And in the column of dislikes could be falling sick, losing a loved one, heartbreak, pineapple on a pizza, and so on. Once you have at least 10 items in each column, analyze the list. You will notice two things. First, your likes and dislikes reflect your desires. We all want what we lack. So this is the whole, root cause behind the desire. And we spoke about it in last week, and I want to kind of bring this up, and I'm going to brush through this point A, point B a little faster. So there is a lackness. So we have to kind of pay little attention to this statement. And this will make us understand a lot of things about how we do the practices around point A and point B. So one question came to me, why do we not clean point A? Why we meditate on point A? So that's the first question. And the second question I always get is when we are doing the point B cleaning, why we let the impressions go from the front instead of back as we do it in the general cleaning. So these are the two questions I want you to think about. So the first question is, why do we meditate on point A and not clean? So the answer is this statement. We all want what we lack. Correct? So the lackness is not because of the impressions which are created. The lackness is basically, it's very dynamic. Sometimes it's the comparison, hey, somebody else who is not as deserving as me, but have everything. And me being, whatever our ideas, individual self, ideas are, I might think I should deserve more than what I am already or what I have already. So this is not because of the impressions. So that is why, this is how the meditation works. The principle of meditation is you become that which you meditate upon. So if I am meditating on the lackness, I become the lack itself. If I meditate on something which I already have, that which I already have improves, grows, becomes solidified, or becomes your identity. The record button. So going back here, so again, focusing on this statement, we all want what we lack. This is the root cause of the desire. And I don't know till what point you heard. So the question was like, point A, we meditate on point A and not clean. Why is it like that? So the answer basically lies in this sentence. We all want what we lack. So can anyone on the call explain how we do point A meditation? Anyone?
Thinking that all brothers and sisters are filled with love and devotion, and real faith is strongly growing in them.
Yes. So there is like different prescriptions for men and women. Let me share it on my screen. So this is, let's read about it. And this is very important. Why point A, point B is important? Because by doing this point A meditation and point B cleaning regularly, our teachers, our masters have said the spiritual progress becomes very fast. So let's understand point A, how we practice point A and point B, and then we'll get into the question why we do it and why we use that method. So we all know how to locate point A and point B, and last week we also sort of experimented it. Now, meditation on point A to achieve the correction of gross tendencies. So read this. To achieve the correction of gross tendencies, point A of the heart region is used for meditation. It is highly effective for correcting self-indulging tendencies as well as promoting a feeling of universal brotherhood and in turn creating unity amongst all. So fix your attention on point A with the thought or a supposition that all women and men of the world are your sisters and brothers. Hold your thought on this while you meditate on point A. Believing this to be the reality, this is an important point. So this is for men. This is really short but extremely effective practice. If practiced wholeheartedly, you can see its effect immediately, and this effect will be permanent. This meditation is to be done before going to bed for not more than 10 minutes. Sisters, so for women, are advised to follow the process with a slight modification. Instead, think that all divine gifts are available to you, and all men and women of the world think they are brothers and sisters, and your thought is one with theirs. So if you see here, basically what we are doing is we are, by meditating on point A, by meditating, we are removing the lack of something. So we lack possessions, and that's what we are saying, that all gifts are available already. And then, it's basically, we lack, the major lack is the relationships. And here we are saying all are my brothers and sisters, we kind of making all those bonds strengthen so that we don't lack anything. So when this lackness is removed by point A meditation, because in cleaning, we remove the impressions because lackness is not impression. And it can only be, sort of removed from our thought process. Here we are using the word remove, but to remove we are meditating with a supposition, with the right supposition. So the right supposition is very important. And one more thing is, in meditation, if you feel the lackness of it, and that strengthens the lackness of it. That's why the supposition is that we already have it. All possessions are already available. All divine gifts are already available. And, everyone is dear and near to me. By doing this, we are removing the lackness. The moment the lackness is removed, all desires, basically are quenched or removed automatically. We become very, very much content, fulfilled. And that is why we meditate on point A. Got it? So then we'll do how to do the point B cleaning. Fix your attention on point B and imagine that all impurities and grossness are going out from point B, from the front of the body. Imagine that as this process is going on, the glow of Atman, the soul, begins to appear from behind. This process is done before beginning of morning meditation, but never more than 10 minutes. So again, we have a fixed time, not more than 10 minutes for both point A and point B methods. In point B, we are cleaning. All impurities are going out of the B from the frontal point of the body. See, if you observe on front point of the B, all the grossness is descending from inside. And moreover, this is on the front side. So it makes, see, the grossness is coming like this, down like this. So for example, if I have to pen it, from all the way from the higher points, the grossness is descending to the lowest point, which is B. And it is easier to remove this. So see the direction. So if it is coming from inside, moving the grossness outside is faster to clean. Rest all our impressions are being accumulated from the external world, from outside into inside. All our impressions are coming like this. But the point B impressions are, and it has a downward movement from inside. So inside out makes more sense to clean, because it's always in the direction of the flow. If you remove them from the direction of the flow, it's easier to remove. The same goes for our limb cleaning. All the impressions are descending, and then we are cleaning. We are pushing them out. So that's how you understand it. Correct? Okay. I hope this clarifies. Sorry. So point B is more closely aligned with the sensual likes and dislikes. So craving of all sorts fall into this category. So any craving will fall into this category. So by giving the supposition that we are already fulfilled, filled with all the divine gifts, it removes all this, unnecessary burden on our heart or on our system. Correct? And as these desires become stronger and stronger, they become impressions again. So what it does is it removes indulgence, and the moment indulgence is removed, there is a lot of freedom free time. I'll tell you, when I realized this freedom, I did last year, I did 7 days fasting, just water fasting, nothing else. And after 2 days, first 2 days, there are certain boredom. There is certain I'm missing something. I realized that, even though I assume, I think I don't eat much, but there's certain indulgence for the food in my mind. First 2 days, I felt it. After the third day, my indulgence with the food is gone. The moment it is gone, I found so much time in my life. There's certain freedom. There's certain, uh, I cannot explain how I felt, but definitely I'm free of something. The moment you are free of something, you feel the first thing you feel is you have a lot of time. Somehow you gain time. You gain time to do a lot other things. So similarly, when we do the point A and point B, it removes from us from all the indulging tendencies. The moment they are removed, we become very much attentive, and our meditations improve, our cleaning process improve, or anything we attend to life has certain focus on it. The moment all the indulging tendencies are removed. So you can imagine how significantly it improves our way of life and practice. So that is about point A and point B. Now coming to point D, all the samskaras of guilt are stored at point D. Guilt creates extreme heaviness in the system. There are many reasons why guilt develops. One common reason is when we ignore the voice of our consciousness or conscience. When the heart says no and we go ahead anyway, then we develop guilt. So our ego may brush off thoughts, but the guilt lingers, settling down at point D. Guilt also forms because of inactions, the errors of omissions from deeper samskaras of guilt than the errors of commission. So that's why this guilt is for something which we are supposed to do and we have not attended to it, creates enormous guilt. So the guilt is because it was within our control and we could have attended to it, and we have not attended to it. And the later we see the repercussions of it. We realize the repercussions of it. So always guilt creates heavy burden. And so we try to, overcome that guilt in many ways. Many ways, we try, but, it's only a compensation. It never fulfills it. So that's why the repenting is a very powerful tool to dissolve guilt. And we see this practice pretty much in most of the religions, which will, prick your consciousness. Whichever the religion challenges you has to recommend this repenting. And you will see that in Christianity, you will see that in heartfulness, you will see it in many other religious practices. So that's why this repenting is the most powerful tool. Again, when the guilt is removed from your system, it also gives you a lot of freedom, mental freedom, and freedom from a lot of burdens in your life. So that's why these ABCD practices are important. And for D, the only method is to repent. And we also see that in the maxims that repent, before the bedtime, repent for all the things knowingly, unknowingly, which are committed. and then go into the prayer. So that's the last thing you do as an activity in your daily life. So these are very powerful tools which heartfulness has given to us, for us to grow faster. So I'll stop here. Any questions, comments? All right.